Imagine you just got burned with a laser in your cornea, the most sensitive part of your body. Might hurt a little bit. Now, imagine that laser beam went through your cornea, through your lens, into your retina, left permanent lesions that left you partially blind or even totally blind for the rest of your life. I've had the opportunity of working with lasers for the last 17 years. For the last 2 years, I've been placed in a billet that I've been promoting laser safety through education. Over the next couple minutes, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to tell you how a laser works. I'm going to tell you some precautions that you can take in order to minimize the risk associated with lasers. Alright, so what is a laser? Laser is simply an acronym that stands for Light Amplification by Stimulated Emission of Radiation. Okay, pretty fancy, right? Well, what does it mean? Well, basically you have three parts of a laser. The first part is the laser medium. The laser medium is any element that's going to produce the light when it's agitated. Okay, that could be an argon gas, it could be neodymium YAG, it could be helium neon, it could even be a diode. And then basically what we're going to do is we're going to take that laser medium and we're going to apply a pumping system. The pumping system being the second element of the laser. The pumping system is going to do nothing more than to apply heat, high voltage current, or a flash lamp to agitate the photons of the laser medium. Now when the photons on this laser medium, they get excited, they get all riled up, they want to return to their neutral state. Okay, easy way to look at it would be to take a balloon, pump it up as big as you can get it without popping it, of course, and now I want you to hold on to it and let the air out. Just release the valve so that all the air can come out, and all the air is going to go shh. Okay, that's basically how the laser works. As soon as you hit that Q switch, all the laser energy is coming out of the optical cavity, which being the third element of a laser, and shooting out. The optical cavity, all it does is focuses the beam into a concentrated beam so that it's more focused on whatever you're trying to point at. And that's what makes a laser more dangerous than incandescent light. It's just the concentration of the beam. Okay. And now that you know how a laser works, what are some things that we can do in order to minimize the risk of a laser? Well, the first thing what we tell Marines is to treat it just like a direct fire weapon. With a direct fire weapon, you don't want to point at anything you don't intend to shoot at. Well, the same thing with a laser. You don't want to point it at people's faces. You don't want to point it at cars passing under the bridge. You don't want to shoot it at aircraft. Okay. The next thing is you just be aware of your surroundings. You don't want to shoot the laser at anything that's going to reflect back on you, or it's going to diffuse the beam, or it's going to reflect into some unknown area. Okay. The third thing is, obviously, do not stare at the beam. I don't care if it's a Class 1 eye-safe laser or it's a Class 4 laser that's going to burn right through you. Do not pick it up and say, wow, this is a bright light. That's usually a bad idea. Alright, so in summary, I personally am very fascinated by lasers, but at the same time, I understand the risks associated with lasers. I encourage the use of lasers, but at the same time, we need to keep in mind that they are dangerous and minimize all the risks associated with them.